Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Listen Along. I'm your host, William, and today I am joined by Talker. Hello, Celeste of
Hello.
Talker.
Yes.
Yeah, very excited to listen to In Awe of Insignificance.
Little
Uh,
tongue twister.
yes. And if you've never been to one of these before, what we do is listen to the entirety of an album from start to finish, no stopping, but the album will not be playing live on stream. So I'm going to tell you right here ahead of time to start opening a streaming provider or whatever you use. And you'll be doing a countdown with me, and we'll all play at the same time. More on that in a second. But we listened to the entirety of an album, start to finish, no stopping, and we're going to be doing an interview slash album commentary, basically. So we'll just be getting Celeste's input and thoughts and anecdotes or whatever about the album and maybe how it was made, why certain songs are the way that they are, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to pull up this image here really quick. First, I'm going to visit the band's website or Bandcamp. So we're going to take a look at Talker's Bandcamp, and then I'm going to encourage you to purchase the album and some merchandise if you can. You're a day late on Bandcamp Friday, but that's okay. You don't have to only purchase things on Bandcamp Friday. So again, I will encourage you to do that. Supporting the bands that come on this show in turn supports me if you don't think about it logically, really. But and then after that, we're going to move on to opening a streaming provider, because as I said, the music will not be played live on stream. That's for DMCA purposes. I'm going to be putting this up on YouTube afterwards. If you're watching this on YouTube, cool. Afterwards, nice. I do a lot of these, so I encourage you to also check those out. I've had a ton of bands on recently. I just did one with August of Riverbee on this past Saturday. Someone in chat has redeemed a posture check. Here, I'll take the image down so you can see I have thrilling posture. And
I have
bringing
horrible
this back up,
posture.
you have horrible posture.
I
Well,
have
it's
horrible
okay.
posture,
You're
so
you're not even on screen yet, so it's okay.
great.
Nobody
Okay,
can
cool.
criticize you. And then, like I said, opening a streaming service. I'll be using the Green Music app, but you can use, the Fruit with the Bite taken out of it, the Jay-Z one, or really anyone that you can that has the album on it. And we'll be doing a 3, 2, 1, go. That wasn't it, but that's what it's going to sound like when we sync together. We will hit play on go. So I'll go 3, 2, 1, go. That wasn't it, but that's exactly what it's going to sound like when I do it later. So get ready for that. The last thing here is exclamation point listen in the chat. I'll type it in just to get things started here. So we got exclamation point listen in the chat. We'll bring up 3 links. The first one is the Talker link tree, and that will basically bring you to anything that Talker wants you to find. And then the second one, which is in the link tree, but I wanted a more specific link for it, I grabbed the link that takes you to the album on every streaming platform. So no matter what you use to listen, that should be able to get you there. And then the last one, of course, is the Bandcamp, so that you can check out the album, purchase it, check out the merch, get some of that if you want to, and essentially just like follow them, I suppose. I think following bands on any platform that you listen to music is a good idea. Not just their socials, but also, the Green Music app, the Fruit with the Bite taken out of it, all those. Okay. Last thing I'm going to say is if you are interested in more of these, I have 2 more booked coming up. On Wednesday, I have Proper to listen to their new record. And then next Saturday, I have Eichlers to listen to their new record. So that's cool. Very excited. And check those out as well. All of them, every single one that I've done so far, I've done like 33 of these so far. All of them are on a playlist on YouTube. The playlist is called Listen Along. It's on the Second Glass Beach channel, and you can find that with a bit.ly I have. It's bit.ly/Listen Along YT. Capital L, capital A, capital YT. Listen Along YT. Capital L, capital A, capital YT. The capitalization is important. It's a bit.ly. So, and then we got Terry Vision in here in the chat. We got Cruxside says good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, which means that you must not be Pacific time because it's not even noon yet for me. But Celeste, are you ready? I'm going to go to a screen where they can see you. Is that cool?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Oh, there we go. For a moment, you weren't there, and now you are. So we have Celeste, and this is
Hello.
the band camp for Talker, which I'm going to take a look at for a little while. All right, well, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I love this record, this EP. I don't know what you want to call it.
I don't know at this point.
I guess it really doesn't matter anymore. Who cares?
It's gonna be an EP, and then the songs just kept coming, and then I was like, I'm not ready for my debut album. But then I was like, 8 songs, so whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it really, like, ever since streaming and maybe even like CDs, like the difference between a full length and an EP doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, Cruxside says Central Gang. That makes sense. You know, I'm from Minnesota. Yeah. I'm Central Gang. Beppa Peppa says, hello. Hope you are all well. Glad I'm not late. Wonderful. I'm also glad you're not late.
Yeah. We're late.
We're late. It's true. I'm taking a look at this album cover right now. Who did this?
Yeah, this amazing artist named Colin Crane. He did the art for all of the singles and the album. Like amazing collage work.
Oh, cool. Oh, so wait, so it's all collages?
Yeah, it's all collages. And he recently made his Instagram private, which I'm like, why do you do that? I want people to see these amazing posts. But he's been posting like the before photos of like the collage. It's like collage from National Geographic. Oh. It's really cool. I posted a couple on my page for some of the singles. I have a plan to post like all of them soon because it's really cool to see the Nat Geo images that he literally like cut out or found online and then like put into this. And then obviously like there's some manipulation after the fact for all the color and aesthetic, of course, but.
Sure. Wow. It didn't even occur to me that this could be a collage. That's kind of amazing. I mean, and now looking at it, it makes sense. Wow. That's so cool. I was talking to the other members of the band about your album cover. We all love it.
Oh, thank you. Well, thanks to Colin, honestly. He just did such an amazing job with it. I was so happy.
Looking down here a little bit further on the Bandcamp, I see that you can buy vinyl. Mm-hmm. And you have some bundles.
I do have bundles. Yeah. Got a little of everything.
Wow. I really love that hoodie.
It's so comfy. I literally am like okay, to get ready for this, I had to throw so much shit on the floor that was on my chair. So I'm currently sitting next to my sweatshirt, my hoodie. I might throw it on at some point, not out of marketing and advertising purposes, but literally because it's cold in my room. But they're really comfy.
Wait, you're cold? Aren't you in LA?
Yeah, but
I'm just kidding.
Do you see how dark my room is? It gets
you don't seem to get a lot of sunlight
in the morning.
Yeah.
It depends on the time of day, the angle of the sun.
Sure. I mean, it's so funny. My room probably looks really bright, but I actually don't get direct sunlight ever. Like I'm always getting bounce off of other buildings.
Yeah. It's very bright though.
Yeah. Yeah. It does the job. It does the job. Oh, hello. Well, there goes the doggy.
Oh.
I don't know, like probably Twitch couldn't even see it anyway. Okay, well, I encourage people, ! Listen in the chat will bring you to links, Linktree, and then a link to all of the streaming apps that have the album on it. And then there's the Bandcamp as well. And if you click Bandcamp, go check it out, buy a record for yourself, get some merch, get a nice comfy hoodie. I have to say, I love like how the text for the hoodie, like the type is like almost the same color as the hoodie. I'm a big fan of that.
I'm into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm going to move on to the next screen. I'm going to do the listening screen here. And as we do that, I'm going to give another reminder to pull up your streaming provider. Here we go. And any last things that you wanted to say before we get started, like some stuff about the album that maybe, you know, won't lend itself to track by track analysis or something?
Yeah, I mean, I think like most of the stuff obviously we'll cover, but yeah, this is a really special one to me. We made it in a garage in Ojai in September and October of 2020. And with no air conditioning. It was like when we first started, it was like 110 degrees. And we were like actively building the studio as we went too, because my friend slash producer, Dan Sadin, he had like just moved into this place and was trying to like build out the studio, but hadn't finished yet when we were supposed to start. So in the mornings, we would build panels. And then in the afternoon, we would like get in there and yeah, work in the garage. So I think like I'm proud of like how it sounds, or I think you can't tell it was made in a garage, but
No.
that's the that's the story. That's its birthplace.
Wow. I love
Yeah.
that. And no, you can't tell that it was made in a
Thank you.
garage.
Yes.
Wow, very cool. All right, last call. Last call, people. Pull up a streaming provider. If you're watching this on YouTube, um, actually, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'd be interested because I put timestamps. So people are probably skipping past this point. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're not hearing me say this part. But if you for some reason are listening to the beginning of the episode, get your streaming provider out. Oh hell yeah, you got coffee behind you.
Oh my God. Hello. Scared me. I just saw it in the screen. Thank you.
Very cute.
Very cute. Yes.
Very cute. Okay, cool. I think we can get started.
Amazing.
Are you ready? Do you have your streaming provider?
Oh, I'm such a dumbass. I don't. I'm like sitting here. I'm ready. I'm ready now.
You're like, I got it. Okay, cool. Great. All right. Let me see here. I'm ready. Cool.
Great.
Let's just do it. Last thing I'm going to say before we get started is anybody listening along, you'll see over to my left, we have like a what's happening, listening to music. The music won't be on stream. Pull it up yourself, listen along. And the most important thing that I want to show you is down there, current song and timestamp. So if you look down below, I have the song that we're on and the time that we are on in the song. So if you ever get off, if you forget that you have shuffle on and you start the album and then it shuffles everything around, or if you have for some reason crossfades on, because you can crossfade on some of these. If for some reason you do that, I'd love to meet somebody who does that. I mean, that sounds like a good time. Sure. But if you have crossfades on and you are getting a little bit ahead because it's cutting off the last part of a song or something, just know that you can go and shut that stuff off and then come back and just sync up with us again. All right, I'm going to do that countdown. That's what I'm going to do. So this is this is In Awe of Insignificance by Talker, and the first song is Sad Chick. In Awe of Insignificance by Talker. First song is Sad Chick. 3, 2, 1, go. Immediately, I just have to say your voice is incredible.
Oh, thank you so much.
Got a real smoky vibe here.
Oh, this is like it's way too low. I did a disservice to myself. Like when I sing it live, it's so low.
This is a great chorus.
Thank you.
On every other snare hit, am I hearing like another ring like sample?
Yeah, so the demo was a little drum machine that I used, and then I really wanted to like keep that quality in in the
Oh,
actual production. So it's like a little we used an app drum machine and
oh,
then just kind of fucked with it. So
use
that's what
an
you're
app.
hearing. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like a Roland app or something.
Mm. So did you know this song was going to be like as far as track listing is concerned, did you how early did you know this was going to be the opener?
You know, not like super early, but I think it always kind of had that feeling to me. And as I started compiling the other songs and everything, I think I did know pretty quickly. Every iteration of this track listing started with this song.
Also, we did just have somebody join us. I want to say hello. If you if you want to get synced up, we're listening to An Awe of Insignificance by Talker. And I have the timestamps below and the song that we're on. We're just about to go to the second song. So, a good time to jump in. This is Don't Want You to Love Me. So what instruments do you play?
I play guitar and keys and also cello, but I haven't used that for talker just yet.
When you're writing songs, do you switch between?
Yeah, I switch off. It kind of depends. I feel like I get like two on one and then I start to use that one as a crutch. And so then I switch it.
Did this one have a music video?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
With the mannequin.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yes. Manny.
Yeah, I definitely this might be my favorite song on the album. Just like I love how the chorus comes in.
Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely like writing it. I was like, this is gonna be on here. Like I need to have this chorus exist.
Also, I really do love when like a chorus like will lead into itself from the verse, like how you guide it in with the lyrics.
Thank you. Yeah. Like, I don't actually not want you to love me.
Right.
Part of my favorite part of the record, or like one of them, is the going on behind this. It's like My little like vocal jazz background. I'm like, all of the harmonies. I love it.
Do you do a ton of vocal takes? Like
Um,
tracks, I should say.
sometimes I definitely did more so on this record than I normally do, but I just like I feel like there's so many opportunities for backing vocals that are like cool and ethereal, and then we're in there and he's like, stop, we have too many.
And this song is IRL. How much input do you have on like drums? Like
A
what you
lot.
want? Yeah.
I think on this one it was definitely more collaborative because this one I did with there are a few songs on here that are like one-off collaborations with some of my friends, and this is with Danny Mercia from Ex Manana, which is also an LA band. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
I'm not
They're
actually.
they're
Yeah.
yeah, I think you'd actually love them. They're amazing, but they kind of came to me with like this loop, and then we kind of developed it from there. So part of this drum feel was already in there when we started working together. This drum take was actually recorded at a downtown rehearsal at those lofts there.
Oh.
Um, yeah, because it was like the pandemic and we had only certain things we could do. Um, so yeah, this is like literally just like in my drummer JR's loft.
Wow. I mean, like it sounds great. We record our drums in a shared like practice space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's great.
Yeah. The only issue we've run into is like you can hear bleed from like sometimes like hardcore metal bands will be playing like a couple rooms over
It's always
and
hardcore metal
they're
bands.
so loud. I mean, like
They're
good
so
for them, I
loud.
guess, but yeah. I really love the production on this album. Like,
Thank you.
one, your vocals sound so good. Like, I whatever processing is going on there is like very complimentary.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
Now this one is called Summerlin.
Yes.
Okay.
Summerlin of Las Vegas, Nevada. It's literally just a little suburb.
Oh, it's a place. I was like,
It's a
yeah,
place. It
yeah,
is.
okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
I thought it was just a cute way of talking about the summer.
It's evolved to that now.
Sure.
Yeah, this one this was like my like breakup quintessential breakup song. Obviously, anybody who's listened to it can tell that there's some sort of sad breakup feelings going on. Um it was when I went to my ex's hometown of Summerlin for the first time, like 5 days after we broke up, completely coincidentally. And the song just kind of wrote itself.
It was very funny that you were saying like literally what you were about to start singing.
I know. I was like, oh, well, there it is. Show
Yeah.
don't tell.
Yeah. I to your point on like how it kind of just like came out of you. I mean, there's multiple ways of like songwriting, of course, but like my favorite are the songs that basically write themselves. Those
Oh,
are
yeah.
yeah, it feels like you had something to say and you just said it, you know?
Yeah. Those are like the moments where you're like, oh, yeah, this is like why I do this. It's like
Yes, yeah.
cathartic and expressive. And it's not me being like, I have to write a catchy hook today.
Yeah. Or like you're working on the same song for like 2 years and you're painstakingly like
Yeah.
writing and rewriting lyrics or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this had very few rewrites.
Beppa Peppa redeemed a breathe
Oh,
in our Twitch chat.
I
So just a
I have
reminder to
no idea what that means.
breathe.
Oh, this is one of my favorite parts on the record.
I'm a big fan of that vaguely out of tune piano, by the way.
Yeah, it's in my house. It's like straight up just out of tune, and that was not a choice that was made, but more a situational thing. But it worked out well.
Yeah, it adds to that, you know, discomfort
Yeah.
feeling. Yeah. And this like swelling synth pad underneath it is yeah, this this song's just good.
Thank you.
This song is For the Sake of It.
This is definitely one of the most difficult songs on the record to figure out like what the vibe should be.
I hate to just talk about the drums, but I do love the drum part here.
Yeah, I mean, case in point, as far as like figuring out the vibe, those drums like make it. And this one has like a ton of guitar layers that I really love of different just different like single note lines and stuff like that that kind of layer into the ending that we'll hear. And I really love that.
You gotta love a little riser.
I know.
How do you go about writing your lyrics, by the way? Are you like, do you write them first like a poem and then set them to music, or do you write music first and then just sing stuff, or
I mean, it definitely varies, but I think I'm somebody who does most of the time, I'd say 9 times out of 10, it's like simultaneous. Um, I love like, I try to have the lyric and the meaning drive it, but I love like something that just like sounds really good and like sings really well, and trying to kind of let that help inform just the feel of the phrase or whatever.
and this next one is Little Bird.
Hmm. This song was originally supposed to be like just that first verse. And I wrote it with my friend Phil in London, actually. And then we were like, shit, this has to be a longer song. So we wrote it in 2019 in London. But then this verse I wrote in fall 2020. And we did it over Zoom for the rest of it.
Oh, so you still wrote the rest of it together?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. It was kind of weird because we were like, it's like a year and a half later. And now we're in quarantine and you're in London and I'm in LA. But it worked out.
Yeah, that's I think it's important to, you know, to finish something with the people who you started it with, like in
Yeah,
situations like, especially something as vulnerable as like writing a song together.
absolutely.
I mean, God, writing songs with other people is so cringe.
I feel like I've gotten really good at it. Like, I don't know like what worlds you float around in LA, but I feel like I've like really dabbled within the sorry, I know we're like switching songs here, but
Oh,
really
that's
quick.
okay. This one's called Growing Up. All right. You finish your thought.
I feel like I've really gotten thrown into some of the like session writing world out here. And sometimes it is so cringy. And I'm like, I can't just write a pop song on command with you today. I'm sorry. I'm like so over that.
Yeah, I haven't found myself in that kind of situation. I mean, like I spent like all of my time in Minnesota in like small like punk bands for
Yeah.
forever, and then moved out to LA and like was in Glass Beach immediately and really haven't
Yeah.
done anything else. So I haven't had a whole lot of time, but every time I've like tried to even just sit down and write music with a friend of mine, I'm always like it always ends up being like way too vulnerable. I'm like, I can't do it because like the way that I access like writing lyrics and stuff is, oh, I lied. This is my favorite song.
This is
That's
my
right.
favorite song too.
Cause I love that part so much.
Thank you.
But anyway, I appreciate anyone who can write lyrics with other people. I think that's an incredible skill.
So part of the inspo here, I was listening to the Wolf Alice Song Exploder, and Ellie Russell was like, "We saw Father John Misty," and he has that I can't remember the name of the song, but it has an arpeggiator going the entire time. And she was like, "I was so inspired. I wanted to write like a cathartic festival vibe thing with an arpeggiator, so we wrote 'Don't Delete the Kisses.'" And then I was like, "I want to write a cathartic festival anthem using an arpeggiator." And so this started with the arpeggiator that goes through the whole thing.
It's funny to me that you like inadvertently are referencing Father John Misty.
I know, right? I was like, I hadn't even heard that song before that song Exploder, and then I was like, I guess I should go listen.
Yeah, I can't talk to anybody about Father John Misty because I just get like people make fun of me. And rightfully so. I think Father John Misty fans should be made fun of.
Hey,
but I am one. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, no shame.
Are you familiar with the band Bad Moves?
Like a little bit, yeah. I feel like because they're from DC, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen their name floating around a bit, and I've listened to a couple songs.
This song, like the chorus, just like really has Bad Move vibes to me. Like it is very similar to something that like I could see them writing or whatever.
Cool.
Oh my god. You're just crushing this vocal. Holy shit.
This is like so fun to play live. I feel like I wrote this for myself to play it live.
Yeah. Big fan also of when a chorus like ever so slightly changes its lyrics to like give a little bit of extra meaning, you know?
Yeah.
I missed this a while ago, but Beppa Peppa said about Little Bird that it's such a soft song. It's incredibly calming. I adore it so much.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
And this song is called My Meds. And this is the closer.
Yeah.
No, it's a harmonizer, right?
Yeah.
That's so good.
Thank you. This one was another one of these like more single collaborations on the production with my friend James Sunderland from the band Friendship. And they're a band that I play keys and guitar for as like a touring member.
Oh, okay.
Um, and they're a much bigger band than I am. So it's been fun to tour with them. But he produced this one, and they're very like, does a lot of like, indie pop, like, yeah, harmonizers and all that kind of thing. This is a good example of a song where I tried to not use guitars when I was making the demo because I had been using them as a crutch. Um, and that's obviously there's some guitars in it now, but it kind of took a different route because of that, which I love.
Well, even the guitar that you are using is almost like filling a different role than what a
Absolutely.
guitar would usually be doing.
Yeah.
And there's the record.
Yay. Oh, it's playing other talker music on my end. Ah, there we go.
Yeah, funny enough, mine also started playing My Meds, but
Oh,
the single.
that's so funny. It's like
Great.
again.
Do it. Okay, well, cool. I mean, thank you for being here to
Yeah.
listen to that with me.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that album. I gotta tell you, so my partner is not very um involved in the music scene. She
Mhm.
is very much like an outside like listener, just strictly an audience member kind of thing. Doesn't really know a whole lot about like what bands are doing and especially like smaller bands. So I'll share like a lot of music with her. And I think like part of it is she's used to like bigger production, like or like, pop production stuff like
Mhm.
that sounds really clean, like really huge and like immersive and that kind of thing. And then a lot of like indie and DIY artists kind of have a hard time meeting that like production
Yeah,
expectation, you know?
totally.
And also I show her a lot of stuff like Jeff Rosenstock where she's like, I understand why you like this. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. But I like there are very few artists where like she'll grow to like some of the things that I show her. But your album is one of the only ones that she's ever like I was like, hey, I think you should listen to this, and she did, and she was like, oh, this is great, I love this.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah,
Thank you to her.
it was a great moment for us because I was like, oh,
Yeah.
finally, here we go.
You're like, thank
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Is there any last thing that you wanted to say that you feel like you didn't get to say, or
No,
are we
not really.
good?
I mean, I think just, thank you to everybody listening, and yeah, I'm happy that it's out.
Now, I suppose you have a U.S. tour coming up, or
Oh yeah, I should talk about that.
yeah, if you want to get that out there, yeah.
Yeah, I have a US tour in June. So I'm doing the West Coast first, hitting like all the spots: San Francisco, Santa Cruz, Sacramento, Eugene, Portland, Seattle, LA, San Diego. And then I'm doing Midwest and East Coast for the first time as talker, which is super exciting. So doing Chicago, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, DC. We're working on a Philly show. Having a little trouble. If anybody listening wants to help with Philly, and Providence and New York City, which I haven't announced yet, but like really doing a lot for the first time as talker. And I'm touring with Maddie Ross on the West Coast, and then this artist Lady Pills on the East Coast. And I feel like Lady Pills is like in similar circles where some people may know her music, but yeah, I'm really excited.
Cool. Hell yeah. And I mean, like, good luck and everything, because,
Thank you.
yeah, with everything, it's hard to
Yeah.
tour. It's hard to tour
Yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah. I'm not going to be making any money, but it's going to be a really fun experience. And I want people to hear this record live, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're not going to
It
stress. It's
is.
gonna be
Yeah. Well, I agree. It is going to be great, and everyone's going to be healthy, and everything's going to be wonderful, and nothing is going to
yes.
go wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Thank you for being here. Again, I'm going to do a little bit of a closeout, and then I can say bye to you off stream, so not a big
Okay.
deal. So
Cool.
I'm gonna go to a screen where they can't see you anymore. So bye,
Goodbye,
Celeste.
everybody.
And thank you all for being here. All the people that were in the Twitch chat. I hope you enjoyed that. If this is your first time hearing the record, then that's cool. And if this is a return for you, I hope that you enjoyed a bit of Celeste's insights there and into the process and the record in general. So, if you have the chance, I would go to the dates for the tour in June and everything, and get a chance to not only see Celeste again, but to hear this album live. I would love to. I know you're gonna be here in LA. I'm just like we're really quarantined in my house, so like yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, like, it's not like I just went to a car seat headrest show, so I can't sit here and be like, I don't know if I can go to a show because that was
Yeah, like
a
five
lot of
weeks.
people. Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see where things are at.
I got time to figure it out, but I would love to see this live, and I would love to see you play. So, I mean, definitely, like, I'll keep up with that. Like I said, I have Proper, the band Proper, coming back from their tour over in Europe and everything, and they're going to be doing a listen along of their most recent record. And then next Saturday, I have Eichlers to listen to their most recent record. And after that, I only have one other band that's kind of booked, and that's Hey I Love You, to listen to their most recent record. But if anybody has any, like, there's a lot of bands that I have reached out to that I want on, that have like wanted to do it and have, they're either on tour or there's some other stuff going on at the moment. So might take a little bit of a break, or I might not. Depends on like what comes out or who gets back to me. But having a good time. You can check all of the previous ones out that I've done. bit.ly/listen along YT, capital L, capital A, capital YT. And I'll see you all the next time that I do one of these. It's the Proper one, the Eichlers one, and then forward into infinity. Okay, so bye to Celeste one more time for everybody. And bye from me. I'll see you next time that I have one of these. And enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Bye.